Hello. I've never made a YouTube video that I ended up posting. I've recorded a bunch of them, but I never end up editing or posting them. But I'm sick today. Probably sick, I'm not sure. That's what it feels like though. And it's also New Comic Book Day. And while I didn't buy any new comics today, I bought a lot yesterday. So it's kind of like New Comic Book Day for me today, if I talk about them now. So I thought I would show you all my comics. And also because I've just never done a video. I've never done a video, but I've also never done a video with or about my comics. So I thought I would show you guys my new ones and then just the ones that I own. I thought that would be fun. These are all of the comics that I bought yesterday. There's 21 of them, and I want you to guess how much I got them for. Are you ready? Did you guess? Okay. I got them for $2 each.
Wow.
I don't know if that's a good deal, but it seemed like a really good one when I got them. I have organized them in publication order, not by series, because I'm stupid and also a little bit crazy. But they're all Superman or Superboy. There's like 2 Superboy in here. The story behind these is that there are no comic book shops near me. There's no bookstore that sells specifically comic books or like has a large collection of them. We have bookstores. And we have great bookstores. There's a local bookstore that I go to all the time. It's beautiful. I love it. I would shout it out, but I don't want to give away where I live. But they don't sell comic books. And if they do, they're not really ones I would gravitate towards, or I already own them. So what do? I either drive to the Barnes & Nobles an hour away, which I don't do very often. I recently did because it was my birthday last week, and I got a lot of money for my birthday. But I don't go there very often because I hate driving on the highway, and also I don't have a job, so. With what money, girl? What I do instead is I go to my local antique mall. We have an antique mall here, and it's very lovely, and people come in and set up a booth and they sell their wares. They sell their knickknacks and little treasures and antiquities, and I love it there. You never really know what you're going to get because it's a bunch of individual sellers that are selling individual different like things. So it's not like a Walmart where there's like sections, like you go to the toy section to find the toys. You have to kind of look around. And there's this one booth that I always go to. And by always, I mean the 2 times that I've been to that booth. Where there's this guy who sells old vinyls and action figures and also comic books. And the first time I went, he wasn't there. The first time I went there, they were in a box. And it was labeled $5 or 5 for $20. And that was the first time I'd ever bought comics. I've bought manga before and I've bought graphic novels, but I've never bought comics. Especially, I've never bought a single issue before. God, I don't have them out. They're in my Superman stack. These are different. These are different ones. Sorry. But I bought 5 comics. One of them's back there. One of them's on my wall. The Shazam and Supergirl issue. And then the other one was the Guardians of the Galaxy that I gave to my brother because he really likes Guardians of the Galaxy. And then the other 3 were Superman. They're in here somewhere. I'll point them out when I show you. This is taking really long for me to even show you guys the comics. I'm really sorry about that. I just love to talk. So I brought home those 5 comics for $20, which I thought was maybe a little less than I would have normally gotten them for, but not like a super great deal. I was just happy to have some comics in my collection finally, because I just recently got into comics after watching the Superman movie. I'm new gen. I'm new gen. Sorry. But I went back yesterday, and normally the people whose booths it is, they're not there. like, you go to the cash register and they, like, ring you up, and I guess they, like, know which booth which items are from, so they, like, pay them individually. I don't know how things work. But this time the guy was there, and I said hi, and he said hi, and we chatted for a little bit. He was like, sorry, I'm in your way. I was like, no, you're good. And then as he was leaving, he was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of your way now. And I was like, no, you're good. He was like, I'm just moving some stuff, getting ready to move into a smaller booth. And I was like, oh, yeah, I thought this was probably your stuff, because I didn't know for sure. And he was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to do a sale on the comics, actually. But you know what? If you just tell the guy up there that I told you you can have them, I'll let you have them for $2 each instead of $5. And I was like, oh my god, yes, best day of my life. And I bought 21 comics. and I want to show you guys the comics. Superman issue 713. This one's from 2011, which I was surprised, because he had most of the comics were like earliest, like mid-70s, latest like 90s. So this one is one of the ones I got the first time I went. Superman Man of Steel 75. The death of that guy. An annual Superman. I don't know what this is. I know 0 Hours, like an event that happens. It had Superman on the cover, so I got it. This art style low-key scares me a little bit. Like, it's really cool, but I'm like a little bit afraid. It said first edition, so I felt like I should get it. Superman the Man of Steel. Love Bites 2. Sorry, you guys can't see these, and I'm not going to invert my camera, because that makes me look weird. So, you guys are just going to have to deal with that. Superman in Action Comics. Ooh, it's kind of sparkly. Issue 0. See, I don't know what any of this means. I don't know if I got a good deal or if I was getting completely ripped off. But $2 for each issue sounded like a great deal to me. And I just picked up everything that said Superman on it. Or Superboy. Superboy Infernal Combat. What? This one I thought was really cool. This one's more of like a book than anything. It says The Guide to Comics. I thought it was cool. Oh, and there's a Batman trading card ad on the back. I do love trading cards. If there's a trading card store that's supposed to open up near us soon, and it's probably mostly gonna be Pokemon and like Magic the Gathering and stuff like that, but I'm really hoping for some Caillou cards. Not like the bald boy, not like the little bald kid. Caillou the company, K-A-YYY, because they're a Chinese company that manufacture, I really like their My Little Pony cards. I know they also have a bunch of other different brands, but I'm really hoping that they do some sort of DC. I actually don't know if Caillou even has like a thing with DC. I just assumed that. Side note, my favorite trading card YouTube channel, The Archivist, he quit like Monday. I'm so sad, because he was like the only person I could find that would do like unboxing videos of My Little Pony cards, and he would like talk, because I need the background noise. I don't want to just watch it like ASMR style, because I'm like doing other things when I watch those. And he did giveaways like every like 200 subscribers. He was so goated. I miss you, The Archivist. Anyways, I also really hope they do the DC Upper Deck cards. I've seen those on TikTok and they look really, really cool, and I want them really bad. Superman Doomsday. This one's like thicker. Hunter / Prey, book 1. See, I don't know what any of these stories are. I read Superman comics. I do. But I got a very specific type of autism where if I'm not consuming a media in like the release order it came in, I feel like I'm missing something. So right now, my current read is DC Finest first Superman book, collecting his comics from 1938 to 1940. So this is where I am right now. I'm also reading Birthright, but that's just because I started it already and I need to finish it. DC Finest is peeing me right now with their release schedule. What do you mean? The first and fourth books in the Superman series are out already, and the second one comes out in December, and the third one comes out in May of next year? What is going on? I just want to read them in order. I just want to read it in order. I'm sorry. And I know, like, there's so many retcons and, like, continuity errors. I don't care. I want to feel like I was there. I want to feel like I was a little girl reading comic books in 1940. And the world war's happening. And Superman's ending the war in that one Look magazine issue. Anyways. Superboy. This is the adventures of Superman, but Superboy's there. And he says, truth and justice my way. Ooh, these are really cool. Reign of the Superman. These are really cool because it's like a cutout. And then when you open it, it's a full picture. And then on the inside of each of them, there's a poster that you can cut out. This one says Man of Steel. Very neat. Very cool. This one has a picture of Khan. It's a poster of him again. And then this one, Man of Tomorrow poster. This one's my favorite. Like, this is lit. It's lit. Another Reign of the Superman. Actually, two more. Yay! This was right after he died that one time, which I haven't read about, but I have comics about it. I did accidentally buy two of the same issue, but they're different versions. Comment below if you can tell the difference. Okay, I'll tell you. In the corner. It's the corner. This one has a barcode, and this one says the funeral is over. So, and also this one feels like sturdier almost. I don't know why. Which doesn't make sense because I think this one's like older, so it should be in worse condition. I don't know. I'm making things up, man. I'm just talking to talk. These two were the other two that I bought for $5. For $20 for 5. Funeral for a Friend. Very sad. Rest in peace. I hope they bring him back soon. Here lies the Earth's greatest hero. World without Superman. This one's cool. It has a 3-page spread that's lit. I mean, it's not lit because he's dead on the ground. But like, lit. And then golden anniversary issue of Action Comics. I love finding an Action comic because it's like, hey, that's the one I know. I know that one. Superboy. It says all new, 60 cents. Oh, also, I know there's probably people who are like screaming about in like fear and in agony and despair right now because none of these, or like most of these, there's like 2 that are. Most of these are not bagged or boarded. And the truth is, I just don't want to spend money on that. I just don't want to. And I know I could probably get them for really cheap. I just don't want to. And also, I'm not storing them in a short box. I'm storing them in my little brother's Tyler the Creator Converse bag. And also there's a little reindeer in it. He's there for moral support. Okay, last 2. This one's bag and boarded. Yay! Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Yay! This one, actually, the sleeve is on backwards. Oh, and then World's Finest. This one has Superman, Batman, and Atom. I don't know anything about the Atom, but he seems tiny. I don't know why Superman's so big, and I don't know if they're supposed to be shrunk and he's supposed to be normal sized, or if he's supposed to be huge and they're normal sized. I feel like he's huge. But then the Atom, like, his name makes me think like maybe he like can shrink down to the atomic level. I don't know. I'm not good at science. But these are both from the 70s, which is really exciting because that's the closest I've gotten to where I'm currently at reading wise. Yeah. So that's everything I got at the antique mall. I'm gonna go back there in like probably in like a week, just to pick through the comics again. They had some Spider-Man that I looked at and I thought about getting it, but I'm really only interested in Superman right now. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Spider-Man, but I'm like when it comes to Marvel, and I'm still new gen, so like I only started seriously watching Marvel movies this year, and I only started reading comics also this year, like 3 months ago. When the Superman movie came out, I started taking superhero stuff seriously. You can see my Build-A-Bear. His name is Clark. Thank you. Tell me how much you love him in the comments. Before this year, the only superhero stuff that I had seen and had like thoroughly enjoyed enough to like want to like seek out more of it, or like seek out a fandom space for it, was Lego Batman. I love that movie. That movie is 5 stars. I rewatched it after I saw the Superman movie and I was like, yeah, it's still that good. I love it. Love it. And then the Spider-Verse movies, which I didn't watch them because they were Spider-Man. I watched them because I used to draw a lot. I wish I still did. I just don't like have motivation for it. Why is my hand like the same color as my head? I'm a pale girl. Good lord. Anyways, Spider-Verse, I watched it because I liked the art, and then I just got so wrapped up in the characters. It's such a good movie. And so when the third Tom Holland movie came out, the third Spider-Man Tom Holland movie, I went to see it with my brother, knowing full well that I wasn't gonna understand any of it. And I didn't, but I had a great time. So for a long time, I would say Spider-Man was my #1 hero, just because that was the only one that I'd really watched, other than like Lego Batman. And then I watched the Superman movie, and now I've seen the most recent Superman movie, and I have seen Iron Man 1 up to Captain America 1, I believe. No, I've seen the first Avengers, and I also need to watch Peacemaker. So I've halted my Marvel, and now I've just kind of thrown myself into the DC Superman universe. I lied earlier. I'm gonna stop the video here, and then I'm gonna come back next week on my comic collection day. You guys have so much fun, have so many like fun little like, not holidays, but like a weekly little thing you do. Like Monday's my comic collection day, Wednesday's new comic book day. That's just so fun, and I really love that. I don't have any comic stores near me, so I can't really pick up new comic books as they come out, but I really love watching everyone else do it and living vicariously through you guys. So I think on Monday I'll post a video with my comic collection. Okay, thanks so much for watching. This probably wasn't very entertaining, but it was fun for me. I was really inspired by, God, I'm gonna get her name wrong, Figuregeist. I think that's her name. She's on YouTube and TikTok. I found her first on YouTube, but you guys should go watch her if you would like to see somebody who is more entertaining, more knowledgeable, and just overall better at content creation and comic book stuff than I am. She's great. I love her videos. She works at a comic book store, so she knows a lot more than me. But shout out to her, and thank you so much for watching. Oh wait. Bye.